So what are we gonna call this again? F it, just start it. Okay, so we all saw The Rise of Skywalker. I saw it. I saw the out of it. I saw it so hard I'll never be able to unsee it again. I've been having nightmares for weeks, and my therapist says I take this Star Wars stuff too seriously, but what the does she know? Anyway, the complaints about the movie have been beaten to death, healed with Force magic, and beaten to death again. But I want to focus in on one specific aspect, namely Rey's dark side Force vision, where she confronts herself with the Swiss Army saber. So, back in the olden days, George Lucas wrote Luke's dark side cave encounter for a pretty specific reason. I know we've all seen it, but I'm going to recount why this is important, and then we'll talk about it, alright? What? You totally understand the cave sequence, and you're the smartest Star Wars fan of all time, so what the do I know? Well, so Luke lands on Dagobah, and he hangs out with Yoda, and does the dope training and with the Yoda in the backpack. And eventually, he comes across this cave, and he's like, ooh, this feels crazy. And Yoda's like, yeah, you should go in there, but like, don't take your guns and lightsaber that I would never flip around like a monkey. And Luke's like, the little green monster thinks he knows things. I'm taking my indestructible laser sword. Thanks. So we all know how this goes. Luke heads in there, Vader shows up, and Luke is fucking scared shitless. Guy pulls his lightsaber out and smacks Vader in the head like a goddamn baseball at Fenway. Head rolls to the floor, and Luke's face is all whoa inside of it. Later we realize Luke learns literally nothing from this experience because he abandons his training to go save Han, Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, and most importantly, Lobot. Sexiest motherfucker in the galaxy, this guy. So he eventually comes face to face with Vader for real, and Luke's fucking ready to throw down. Again. He pulls his lightsaber first, again, and attacks Vader, the opposite of what Yoda just told him to do maybe 10 minutes ago. In the end, Luke loses an arm, falls 500 feet down a shaft in the sky, and occasionally screams while doing it. And this is a huge turning point in his life. It challenges everything he thought he knew about problem solving and about being a Jedi. Being a Skywalker by blood isn't enough. Being a Jedi is more than that. A Jedi uses his powers for defense, never for attack. And because of this experience, he tries the complete opposite approach in the following film, casting away hatred and turning Vader to the good side? The 80s were so innocent, weren't they? Okay, remember why we're actually here, right? Right, shitting on The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, fairly critiquing The Rise of Skywalker. Rey and company used the super convenient protractor knife to find where they need to go to get the Declaration of Independence, and we're smack dab in the chamber where the final conflict went down in Return of the Jedi. Did I mention convenience? So Rey enters the door that wasn't there in the previous time we saw this movie, and she walks in and is immediately confronted by the dark side version of herself, swinging her staff around like she's in the Star Wars parade in the Magic Kingdom. First off, before we continue, we gotta ask, why is this happening in the first place? On Dagobah, the cave is a mystical, magical thing that we're never really explained, but we gotta assume that it's filled with some sort of Force energy or shrooms, causing Luke to have this crazy trip vision shit. Why is this happening on the Death Star to Rey? Oh, I know, because Palpatine was killed in the room, so his dark side energy is... Oh. He's not dead. Or he is? Or he isn't? Word. So there's really not any reason for this to be happening to her, other than it looks cool? And besides, she's already had a dark side cave vision in The Last Jedi. And at least that one actually meant something. Rey is drawn to this dark side anus in the ground, and through venturing inside, she comes face to face with the thing she wants most, an answer to her lineage. She walks closer and closer to the mirror, at first seeing two figures she wants desperately to be her parents, though once she gets there, the two figures become one and reveals her own reflection. This is the only true defeat for Rey in the entire trilogy. She's denied the thing she wants most. In The Rise of Skywalker, they repeat this harrowing and traumatizing experience again, though this time she learns that she'd look great in black and capes are dope. This shows the obvious misunderstanding of the original scene by the people who worked on this sequence in particular. Disney needed something to put in the trailer to get people to want to see the movie, but have no actual stakes, so we got this. After tussling with her for just a few seconds and coming out absolutely fine and unscathed, Rey continues on her merry way, mortally wounding her boyfriend and then fixing it and being chased after by Finn while he screams.
And let's just not talk about the rest of it.